The smart city concept is clearly one of the cornerstones of the new economic project of the Mauritian government. Can you tell investors, Mark, how investment in smart cities can unlock economic growth for Mauritius?
The changes that are going to be brought about by smart cities are really substantial. The first change that will impact the economy is the change in way of living of Mauritians. In fact, smart cities bring about a number of new things, namely a new way of working, a new way of living, a number of amenities such as sports amenities, such as recreational amenities, new restaurants, a new way of living, as a matter of fact. The second aspect are new economic activities. We have seen the advent of an educational hub that are mainly developed through smart cities. And that has happened mainly in Medellin and in Mocha. With them, a number of foreign students, increasing the foreign currency that are coming to Mauritius. The smart cities also allow to create new activities around what we call the silver economy. The silver economy is a concept whereby retired people choose to come and live in Mauritius and spend their savings in Mauritius, and a lot of activities grow around the silver economy. One of the most important being the health sector, because as you would understand, retired people have a high demand in health services, but they are also very fond of recreational activities and activities in natural parks and all type of entertainment. These two activities can become new pillars for the economy. The third aspect of smart cities is about innovation. Innovation and transformation are focused in these areas. We have seen, for example, in one of the smart cities, a plan to develop a high-level worldwide cinema studio. We have seen also plans to develop incubators where a lot of small and medium enterprises are interested to develop new ideas to serve the economy.
The scheme was introduced in 2015. 4 years later, where do things stand?
So to date, we have 7 projects which are being driven. And with these 7 projects, there has been an investment of 15 billion rupees. Over and above this, there are 5 more projects for which we have issued a letter of intent. We have to understand that these smart cities projects are a keystone to help Mauritius become part of the League of High-Income Countries by 2023.
What initiatives are being taken to attract the awareness of quality investors?
So there are 2 things in the question. The first thing is about how do we communicate to investors. So we take part in a number of forums. We have been in the CEO forum in Rwanda a few weeks ago. We have been in Dubai, where there is an international property show, and we make Mauritius very visible to high caliber investors. The other thing is, how do we secure quality investors? And for this, the EDB ensures that we have a good KYC process, which ensures that the investors are high caliber and have a good background.
What is being done to simplify and optimize the various processes to do business in Mauritius and help the country climb the ease of doing business ranking?
So as you know, we have progressed by 5 rankings already, and it's a league which is very difficult to maintain your ranking, because as you can understand, all countries want to be at the top. And we are 20th among 190 countries. A number of initiatives are conducted, and we permanently look into the processes that allow us to remain at that level. A few examples, I would say the most important one is the e-licensing system, whereby for 140 licenses, we are looking into re-engineering the way the licenses are being processed. We have to do that. We have to work simultaneously with 14 different ministries, and we have to ensure that the work is coordinated. Over and above this, we have developed the electronic platform, which was launched in March, that allow all applicants to go online and to make their application. So it's business re-engineering of processes and ensuring that it is online. That makes a huge difference. It's not the only thing. We have to look in every steps that investors follow. So we are looking at the day-to-day experience of an investor in Mauritius and ensuring that that experience is best in class.
As chairman of EDB, what are the arguments used to promote Mauritius as a business center?
Mauritius has one very strong advantage. We are the most stable place to carry business in Africa. And this position is linked with our history. We have been a living democracy since our independence. We had experienced this stability even before independence, and it is continuing. So that's something which is very important for us, the stability in Mauritius. Over and above political stability, there is the question of economic growth. The economic growth of Mauritius has been continuous. We have started with a monocrop economy, and we have, over the years, found new ways to diversify this economy and to ensure that there are new activities that has raised the level of economic growth. So you have seen the history. In the 80s, we started with textile, we did tourism. End of the 80s, we introduced the financial structure with the stock exchange of Mauritius and the global businesses being started. In early 2000, we have started the ICT BPO industry, and today we are really transforming the economy into an innovative economy. So that's very important. Stability, growth. I would say there are the future aspect of Mauritius that will drive the economy of Mauritius. Innovation, as I said, but the other thing is being a center of business excellence for Africa. We have a key role to play as center of excellence for Africa. The African continent is the last place on the planet where you have at the same time a rise in the population and a rise in economic growth. It's seen as the continent of the future, and Mauritius has a key role to play there to help that growth happen.
Which of the many sectors promoted by the EDB are currently receiving most attention from foreign investors?
So I think it relates a bit to what I said previously. We have a bright future as being a business center of excellence for Africa. When investors look at Mauritius, they look at Mauritius with this perspective. That is, how can we establish our regional headquarters in Mauritius in order to service the African continent? We also have to understand that Mauritius has a very good access to international market. Of course, we have the access to the European market, which is historical, access to the US market, but coming very soon is a free trade agreement with China and the free trade agreement with India that will give us access to nearly 2/3 of the world population. That being said, the integration of the African economic space is something which is key, and Mauritius is taking a leading role in this. Through this integration, Mauritius will play a key role in Africa, and investors are really looking forward to establish themselves in Mauritius to take the advantage of these markets.
One of the strategic mandates of the EDB is to ensure the creation of a coherent and integrated country branding for Mauritius. What are the main attributes which should be considered in the exercise?
Yes, in terms of branding of Mauritius, we have in our image, we are linked with the sunny island, beaches, and so on. And this, in a certain way, at the detriment of the fact that Mauritius is a business center. And as I always say, a business center of excellence. The main focus of the EDB is to bring attention to this aspect of Mauritius. We have to ensure that people know Mauritius for its business environment, for the fact that we have a lot of Mauritian talents available to join new businesses. And this is what will really help change the image and create more investment in Mauritius.
What is your outlook for foreign direct investment for this year and for 2020?
So we expect about 20 billion rupees FDI, which we would like to be more focused on industrial investment, on business investment. There is still a big proportion of it that goes into the smart cities and such type of investment. But business outlook is very good and very positive for Mauritius in this year and next year.